in life, and especially in the world now, there's so many questions in people's mind. And so many years back, Baba gave a murli on, do not create question marks. Do not also create exclamation marks or commas, but just put a full stop. And today's topic is how to learn to put a full stop. You know? And so when I was just remembering, when did I first time heard the word email, you know? And I remember somebody told me about, in a meeting, snail mail and email. And I was like, what's that? I've never heard, you know? So they explained me, snail mail means the way it, moves as a snail. That is the mails and the post office and, all these things. One day I was cleaning my office drawer, and after many years, I came across an airmail, and I was like, oh my God, the new generations need to see an airmail. I don't think they would have ever seen an airmail, So times have passed in such a manner that the language has changed, I mean, the first time I heard .com world or .com language, and I was like, what's that? I don't know what .com language is. And I personally am part of it now. Yeah, everything is .com, And then I keep on hearing the word hashtag, and I have no idea what it is. Somebody can explain me later what a hashtag is, So things like this is all with time. Yeah, some of you are even making faces. What is a hashtag? I don't know also. But I keep on hearing in all my conferences, in all my meetings, and I personally feel it's okay. So I was remembering in my meeting, I kept on hearing the word WhatsApp, and I had no idea till I saw the spelling. I saw the spelling till then I thought, WhatsApp, that English WhatsApp, WhatsApp, what's going on? So I kept on relating to that. So much of innocence or naiveness, I don't know what you call that. And so, when we go to school, our teachers teach us all this. Yeah. When you're very surprised with an incident, then you put a exclamation mark. Yeah. But if you're in question, then you put a question mark. What next? And then if you've not finished something, then you put a comma, a little tail on a dot. But when you've complete and finished, then you put a full stop. I don't think the modern kids would know that so much. They don't care. They just write the messages like that. But then when we came to Baba, Baba used the same, language, but for spiritual life. So that is worldly education. And here we are having spiritual education, which I need to use in my day-to-day life. If you put exclamation marks all the time, you can't live with surprises all life. Yeah? Do you think people will give you surprises all life? Or if people do give, or if life gives you surprise all life, I don't think it's very safe for us. See? Because we need, what you call? The balance, yes. See? So life is not all about always surprises. But sometimes, yes. And if it is sometimes, then it's very healthy. But if it is always, then it's very unhealthy. Similarly, you can't keep unfinished things in life. That's commas, or maybe dot. I don't know what next in life. See? Or I'm stuck here, I don't know what next. And then Baba says, question mark. It's very crooked. To learn to write question mark is also quite challenging, isn't it? Baba always defines that it's like crooked sign, question, but there's a dot there. Exclamation mark, but a dot there, A comma, put a dot and then make a tail, yeah? So what is this tail? It's the tale of why, what, where, how, who. That is not healthy also. Because let's take an example. Somebody is walking out here and falls off here and breaks the leg. May it never happen. But if that happens, what do you do? What do you need to do? Do you need to go into question marks, and say, why me? Why not other 10, 20 people fell? Or who made this step? Or who mixed the concrete in there? Or where did you get this cement from? Are you ever going to do that? No. The only solution is when you fall down, get a solution, what you need to do. So put a full stop where you fell, and what you did. But there's a habit, isn't it, that when everybody comes to see you, you fell and you broke your leg, so people will say, where did you fall? And how did you miss a step? Yeah? And what did you do after that? And the same thing carries on and on and on. And in that sharing, there's always somebody responsible for your fall. Never you. It's always somebody else. Somebody put water there, or somebody put a banana skin there, or there was a hole, or there was a stone. Always somebody. So you've forgotten the dot down, but you've only kept the line. And that gives you surprises all the time in life. Or you've forgotten the dot and you've put a question. Why me? And then it continues, who and what and where and all that. And otherwise, you continue and you don't put a full stop, little comma. You are in question mark, but you don't know the solution, so you're still waiting for it. It's a waiting sign, But Baba taught us how to put a full stop. Anything what happens to you, any scene of drama, anything happens to others, put a full stop, a dot. And Baba always talks about Tin Bindi, the 3 dots. Do not forget the 3 dots. 1 dot, I'm a soul, a point of light. You see? So I'm a dot. I'm a bindi. The second one, God. The Supreme Father, the Almighty Authority, the ocean of all the attributes and power is also a dot, a bindi. God. And the third one is drama. Drama is also a dot. Whatever happens, whenever it happens, it's the best. It's Kalyankari, the benevolent. So do not question drama. Drama, you can add so many things, you can add destiny, you can add, future, you can add, nature, you can add a lot of things there, In fact, in Hindi, they even say Kudrat. The word Kudrat is not God. It's nature. Kudrat means natural. It's a process, But they've mixed with God. So drama and Baba has been mixed up, the 2 dots, People think drama is controlling everything, and some people think God is controlling everything. And so they mix up the both authorities. But both authorities are very powerful, you know. And that's why Baba says, whatever is fixed in drama is very benevolent. I can't overtake drama also. And what is drama all about? Time. See? It's time. It's the correct time. And so God says, even if you call me for thousands of years, oh God, please come and save us. You know, we are suffering. Please liberate us. Please elevate us. Please save us. Baba says, I can only come at the correct time. Till then, of course, we're going to take His support and He's going to support us, holding us, carrying us. But He can't come. He can only come at the correct time in drama. And that's the correct time now. And let's make the most out of that correct time. So that that time will help us to move and create new scenes in drama and create new chapters in life. You know? And create, of course, different relationships and roles. Drama will help us with that. But if you get stuck with one point unfinished, you can't start a new paragraph. You can't start a new scene in drama. You can't start new relationships. You know? You'll get stuck with that very stale, old, painful relationship. And it will not help you. So somebody asked me the other day that, we're just walking in our life, on our path, and you come across someone suddenly, and you come very close to them. They become your loved ones, you become their loved ones, you get very close to them, and suddenly that person leaves you. Either they physically leave you, they go away somewhere and forget about you, or suddenly they die. Suddenly the relationship gets spoiled and you don't want to see one another. And I've seen so many incidents like that. So many incidents. Two friends, two colleagues, two brothers, two sisters, two brothers and sisters, whatever it is. But they don't even want to see one another. So what is that? What do we call that? So that's where the karmic accounts comes in. So you have come on this planet Earth to clear your karmic accounts. You've not come here for leisure and collect a few Mercedes-Benz and a few $1 million in your account. You've not come for that. Human purpose has changed. We've come on the karma field, the field of karma. We call it karma Shetra, to clear my karmic accounts, which I have accumulated over the years and over the birth. So when did I start? Not in golden age, not in silver age. Half the cycle I was perfect. I did not accumulate it. I don't need to give anybody. I don't need to receive anything. I was just enjoying life. That time, yes, we were enjoying life on planet Earth. Nice houses and palaces and nice outings and, everything was, life was a pleasure in golden age. But after golden and silver, when the time passed, the dot of time came, and from golden to silver, silver to copper, that's when we forgot the first dot. Which one is the first dot? I'm a soul. We knew that we were souls naturally in golden age and silver age. We forgot God there. We didn't need to remember God at that point, And then first we didn't remember God. That dot was gone. Then the second dot was gone in Silver Age, that is I, the soul, you know. And then we completely forgot about the purpose of life in Iron Age. So my purpose on this planet Earth now is just to clear my karmic accounts, I'm telling you. Whatever I've accumulated from Copper Age till now, yeah, I need to clear it out. So Baba has given us 3 ways of clearing: through practically go on the field and clear, or to pay for it. To pay means it's quite painful, yeah, or meditate. And even meditating, you don't have to look for which karmic account do I need to meditate on. You just meditate naturally, you know, and automatically, it will accumulate. You don't have to. Somebody sent me a little game on the phone, you know, and I was little inquisitive. What is this? Because I didn't know. I don't know these games. I don't even download games. So somebody sent me the word escape game, you know. In fact, first a sister showed me that, look, come and do this. You know, it's very nice for your brain. So I did it. But it was only one and it was quite fascinating, you know. And then somebody sent me, so I was doing it, you know. So it's like in the olden days, we're talking about the olden days and the .com world. So olden days we used to do crosswords, you know. And I used to enjoy, I used to keep old newspapers and sit and do crosswords, you know. And now the modern world is this, yeah? And so word search and all that. But when you're focusing on that, you know, you're just focusing on your words. You're not focusing what you are accumulating in your credit account, are you? It just automatically credits. But what are you focusing on? What word is this? You know, how do I put it in place, in its position? So similarly, when I am seeing life now in Iron Age, in the old world, I'm seeing with that vision. That I have karmic accounts of the body, of the wealth, of relationship, of illnesses, of environment, of elements, whatever the karmic accounts are, you know. So I don't need to go into the detail of what did I do to this tree that it fell on me? Or what did I do with this car that it crashed me? You know, you don't need to go in that. It's waste. Put a full stop there, a dot. But what do I need to do to accumulate, to clear it out, you know, clear my karmic account naturally. And what do? I become more and more soul conscious. So, a dot. Put a dot. Don't go into question marks. Second dot, connect to Baba, the Supreme. So connecting is not also consciously. It's on a very spiritual level. You know? So someone asked me a question, when I'm meditating, and after 10 or 15 minutes, half an hour, how do I know that I meditated? There's no such thermometer for that. How much, what was your gauge in meditation, and what did you achieve? No. But equals to, you meditated for 15 minutes, or 5 minutes, or half an hour, equals to, what is the state of the mind? How do you feel? Do you feel light? Do you feel happy? Then yes, your meditation was there. That's it. So just check your happiness, the gauge of happiness, the gauge of lightness, the gauge of peace. So now the Godly Power Bank is doing monthly qualities, monthly virtues. So what are we supposed to do? Before, we were meditating for the self, we were accumulating a lot of hours, and we were we're still doing that. And then we were giving Sakash and light to the countries of the world, because they were all going through upheaval with all this COVID pandemic, you know. So we were giving power to every country of the world. And we did that for some time. And now what are we doing? We are just giving light of different qualities the soul needs. So January 2021 was peace. I need to give peace to the world. Yeah? Let the souls become peaceful. Let myself become peaceful. Let the environment and elements become peaceful, not harsh. And then, second, in February, it is love. So we become peaceful and we are now loveful. So just share that unconditional love with everything. Even if you see the tree, just admire and love it. Send the light of love to that tree. I mean, many, many years back when I came back to Zimbabwe after Rhodesia, and I used to see, because I've seen so many countries and used to see the trees, I used to fall in love with these trees. The way, the color when it blooms, there's a design of color if you've noticed. Purple, orange, pink, white, it has, they've made the gardens and the streets very sensibly, But, but I was here based in Zimbabwe from 79. 79 to 84 I was based here. This was my base. Harare and Bulawayo mainly. And instead of enjoying those flowers so much, I used to feel worry and sorrow, that when these trees will die and chopped off, what will happen? And that's what's happening now. After all these years, we've received from the council a letter saying chop off your layer of trees, otherwise you will have to pay for all the damages on the electrical poles. And so people are chopping off the trees now. Yeah? So it's so sad. But chop in such a manner that you don't destroy the tree. Just trim it, And so respect this environment also. So I was telling myself, now is the real time to really cry over it. But you were doing that even so many years back. I was admiring it, of course, but I was so worried when these trees will go, what will happen? Because of immaturity of knowledge and spirituality. That's why. But put a full stop. Oh, it's so nice, enjoy. When we were down the road, I used to walk, and there used to be such beautiful fragrance. And I used to take the class students, come, listen, look at this fragrance here. And I've been trying to get that fragrance. Maybe the weather is not there, or I don't know, more of other things, But that fragrance is not coming now, after 6 years. Full stop. You can't go in why and what. Why do you want to waste your time in that? Yeah? When you had the pleasure, take the pleasure of it. Now that you don't have, don't go into the waste. But just put a full stop there. Because remember, that is gone. The aroma is gone. The trees are gone. But together with that, your ability is also gone. It's going to put you into a lot of question marks, and your charge, what you call this power, it's going to be reduced. So you need more of that power than that fragrance. We definitely need that. So look at everything with love. Unconditional, pure love. Everything. I know there are some scenes which don't allow you to see with love, where there's blockage of water or a big accident, you feel so much pain or sorrow or sometimes even fear, whatever it is. But no, replace it with love. It will heal. It will heal it. And this month now, March, not this month, we still have a week for love, a few days for love. And then March is unity. Create unity. Unity, harmony, oneness. But unity is the word. So for the month of March, I need to unite. Unite my body and the soul. I, the soul, unite with the body. So the body supports me. Respect the body, Then unity with the family, the relationships, unity with the nature, unity with the situation, harmony, harmonize. And the more you harmonize, it will merge. It will merge and it will go away, flow away. You see? It won't be stagnant. At the moment, COVID-19, what is happening? It's either multiplying in some places, and some places it's stagnant. It's there. We don't know to what gauge, but it's there. But what do we want? Just respect the time. Whatever the time we passed in the last year, 2020, just say thank you. Thank you for that. We needed it. We need to stop, and rethink and start afresh. So when do you stop? When there is a full stop. You see, that's when you stop. And so we stopped for a long time, but then you will see it will boom like that. Somebody said to me, a very lovely soul, Baba's child from Bulawayo, very old body, and he's now based in India, but his heart is still in Zimbabwe, and especially Bulawayo. So every now and then, sometimes he will just pop up and call me and say, I had this dream and that dream. So yesterday, middle of the afternoon, he calls me, and I said, yes, bhai. So he says, I've sent you an article, a note, a letter, that I had a dream. So I said, all right, and what was the dream? And who did you send? Oh, I sent to this particular person. I said, that particular person is in Bulawayo, I'm in Harare. I don't know about that dream. He says, please confirm and ask. I said, can you tell me what the dream is? He says, yes, I dreamt that Bulawayo Center has 100 souls in the classroom. 100, In other words, souls are just getting attracted to spirituality. Such a beautiful dream, At the moment, there's not even one. It's zero because it's closed, still locked down. Yeah? Maybe Thursday like us, maybe, which has just started this week. But otherwise, no. But you see those thoughts, which are so positive, so respectful thoughts, will definitely create that. So let us create such thoughts which will give me that type of fruit, So you can only do when you stop why and when you stop what, When you stop explanation, don't take things with surprise. And when you stop by just putting a full stop. Yeah? So whatever. So one point we already used, that is the soul, and the second was a supreme soul, and then drama. I love drama, honestly. So sometimes I want to interrupt, interrupt and think, why couldn't I go to India? I go to India twice a year, Don't interrupt. Don't question. What drama did was the best, and it will. And you will see, it will be so benevolent, whatever. At the moment, the economy is so bad. People are getting poorer and poorer. People can't pay rents. And because people can't pay rents, even the owners of the property have problems. So it's like a vicious cycle, But don't go into that vicious cycle. Whether it's economy, whether it's relationship, whether it's business, whether it's environment, just give love, good wishes and pure feelings to everything, especially drama. And you will see once the scene changes, this will be a full stop of COVID-19. We'll even forget the language maybe. Like, so many in the world don't even know what Hiroshima is, what Baba was talking about in the Murli. Ask young kids, what is Hiroshima? And they don't even care, But the consequences even now today, people are suffering from that war, even till today. They don't have land where they can, what you call farm and grow things like how lucky we are. The effect of that atomic bomb, they're still suffering illnesses and all that. We just got this illness now in the world, but they've been having it from the World War, you see. So that's our fellow brothers. And that's the consequences of human interruption in drama. So we don't want to interrupt. Yeah? So how people have forgotten World War One and World War Two and tsunamis, people have forgotten all this. It comes, they remember and they forget. It comes, they remember and they forget. So it's a cycle, it's a system. So similarly, people will not even remember COVID-19 pandemic, what it was like. It grabbed the whole world in its trap, And so, just good wishes and pure feelings. Whatever time we got, make the most out of it. And it's not going to stay forever, that I'll tell you. Of course, we are not fortune tellers with that we can say when and which date it's going to stop and all that. We don't even want to go into that. But what I need to do, I know. You see? So, just get ready for that full stop and start afresh. And it's interesting when these opportunities, when you start afresh, we hold on to that and we carry on and we bring that again here. Oh, in the COVID time it was so bad, So we bring that here again. Like how I was worried about those trees those time, in the 70s and the 80s. So why do we want to do that? We finished it, put a full stop, and then start afresh. So it's like even relationships, that now you've got all the freedom, you've got all the leisure, you can wear what you want, but they will still remember, oh, when my mother-in-law was there, oh my God, I had this problem, But your mother-in-law is not here now. Why are you remembering that and bringing it in present, Or sometimes you have all the luxuries of the world, you have a good house, you've got food, you've got money, you've got everything, and you'll say, oh, but when we were young, we didn't even have shoes in our feet, and we bring that now when you have 10 pairs of shoes. So you don't put a full stop. We don't put a full stop. We don't have the habit of doing that, and this is very important. So Baba says, put full stop in your day-to-day life. And I told you how to do it, isn't it? Whenever there is an issue, just go within and become soul conscious. Nowadays there's a lot of police around, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people want to dodge. They look for the other place and other place. But when you've already driven in, you can't dodge now, you see? You can't go here and there. So what do? Do you confront them? And if you want to confront them, they'll create any excuse, earliest excuse and say, you don't have this, you don't have that, and all that. That is your creation. That is our creation. So what I do is I practice my dot there. When I'm driving and I've already put myself there, I don't need to dodge now, I can't, So I just drive through. And I become so soul conscious. And I put a full stop, and then just say, go. The car before you has been stopped. But the car after that, they'll tell you go. It is your vibrations. You sit in our day-to-day life and you will say, but if you're sitting there and you're in upheaval, oh my God, this police, they're troubling, they're going to ask me for this. Do I have anything? Do I have a problem? You're wasting that energy there. All these questions and explanation marks and all these things are going to make them do that. And one time that person even stopped me and I said, I'm just driving back home. I said, oh madam, all right, thank you. Have a safe trip. They can even stop you, it's okay. It's their work. And your work, what is our work as spiritual people, as yogis? Put a full stop. So use that full stop in all these different situations. You know? I know we don't have the habit, so we go into upheaval every now and then, but check yourself. Don't expect 100% from yourself, you know. But at least you're getting better and better, better and better. If this happened last year, I would have, upheaval the sort of, yeah. But now I'm quite okay. Similarly, wherever you need to remember, God, just connect. Don't even remember. Just connect. So you become soul conscious, and then you connect to Baba, ocean, whatever virtue you want. And then use drama as your shield. Drama as your shield. And you will see such beautiful effect of the dot, full stop. This is the time we need to use this. Baba gave this explanation, I think, 30, 40 years ago. But we never really used it so much, which I've been using now, every now and then, And it's very nice. You become very calm. So I'll tell you, you come across something and you do go into a little argument some way, because it's your karmic account, so it popped up, you see. So the argument does come. But full stop. Don't look for anything else. Full stop, and forget. Start afresh. So if that person was rude to you, or you were rude to that person, like if you were rude to that person, then you would say, oh my God, I should have never said that. I don't know how it slipped out, and why did I do this? Oh my God. No, don't go there. Don't even create it. What happened, full stop. Next time I'll be careful that I won't say it or reply it this way. Instead of this, I should have said this, that, So we carried on and on. Don't do that. Use the power of the dot in a worthwhile manner. And then, if you see, Baba uses the word bindi or dot. It's just a dot. It's not even a zero, But zero is identified as a dot, Why? Because it's an infinite number. It doesn't have a beginning and not an end. No subtraction and no addition and multiplication. You see? It doesn't go further, it doesn't go back, reverse. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's zero. And when you add a zero and then a zero and a zero to a full digit, it multiplies. Yeah? From 1 to 10 to 100 to 1,000 to a million, it multiplies. Without a zero, the multiplication never takes place. The value doesn't increase. You see? You need that zero. So I am using this dot in that way. So dot is infinite. Dot is infinite. It's not subtraction. It's not addition. So whatever happens in drama, it's the best. I, the soul, is eternal. I'm infinite. I don't die and I don't take birth. I don't become old and I don't become young. I, the soul, is existing energy. So the more you become soul conscious and soul conscious, what happens is that all the qualities which you have, the peace and love and all that, the innate values multiplies. So you don't have to become, dependent on someone. Like, there are some plants which are, they suck from the other tree. What do you call that? I've forgotten my science and geography. Not geography. It's like a leech. What is a leech?
A parasite.
A parasite. A parasite. We don't want to become a parasite. Human beings have become a parasite. This person loves me, so they get stuck to them. And with this one, I feel so peaceful, they get stuck to them. We don't want to become parasites. See? But we want to multiply our own ability. See? Did you see that? And that we can only do when I have the dot consciousness, the full stop consciousness. I develop my own ability. Mhm. Of course, to connect with God is not parasite. That is my own ability. Because remember, I became soul conscious and then only connected to God. So it's me. I've made the efforts to do that. You know? But if you're body conscious and you connect to God, you do receive, but it's like everything is poured out and you just have a drop in your pail. You know? All is poured out. And so when we go to churches and temples and mandirs and gurudwaras and mosques, that is the feeling. You do receive. It's not that you don't receive, you know. But a lot of things are poured out because our consciousness is not there. Either there is fear, either there is compulsion, either there is respect. I have to go because, you know, I have to keep the respect. Or I'm scared, that's why I'm going. Or compulsion is a system. No, here we don't have that. Here I want to do it. And you feel so good. Om Shanti. So we're starting our classes again. If you have any topics, requests, suggestions, please send it to Sister Janita and she will share with me and I'll share with all of you. But even when we were not meeting, my online classes was continuous. You know, yesterday we did a wonderful class on unlimited disinterest, you know, with Turkey, Israel and Greece. And then we did the call of the time, what is time calling us on, with the UK group. You know, so every time we have different topics, very lovely ones. So if you don't have any suggestions, then I'll definitely choose one. But if you have, you're most welcome. Om Shanti. Any questions, any suggestions? Yes? Yes?
Thanks, sister. Trying to find it.
Yeah.
In saying, in talking about us withdrawing into soul consciousness and just thinking and feeling, giving thoughts, good thoughts, you said we must let the drama be our shield. I didn't understand that.
Ah, very nice. You see, I, the soul, have two sets of weapons with me to overcome and use in my day-to-day life. The two sets of weapons is the qualities and values and the powers. The soul has it naturally. The soul was born with it. Innate values and powers. Yeah? And so visualize yourself, I, the soul, is on a battlefield. And I have confrontation situations, you know, people are challenging me, people are asking for my, you know, karmic accounts, attention. All this situation is all our, you know, I wouldn't say enemy, but that's the word I'll use for the battlefield. Yeah? So, even this illness is confrontation with human beings. What they've done, they're receiving back again. You see? So now when I am supposed to, like when I say human beings is anybody, you can't put a blame game and say the West did this, or the East did this, or Africa did this. We can't say that. You know, human beings, anybody on this planet Earth, whoever damaged and whoever did pollution, but it's us. All right, so now we are facing it. It's not going to choose. Yeah? Somebody, your neighbor, threw some garbage near your gate. Yeah? And there are mosquitoes and flies out of that. They're not going to spare them and only come to you. It's going to go everywhere. You know, those who didn't even throw the garbage and those who threw the garbage, it's going to go everywhere, not, you know, choose. So similarly, all the situations in Iron Age is like a battlefield and I'm confronting or I'm facing and I want to have victory over it. So I'm using all my powers, my love, power of peace, power of tolerance, power of patience. All this is my weapons which I'm using from the soul. But when I come to a stage where I don't have the capacity to use this power, then I just put a shield of drama. Shield means to be saved at that point, to be safe and the enemy doesn't destroy you or kill you or dishearten you, you know. And so this is the time in COVID-19 pandemic, we are going to use our powers. But if you come to a stage where you can't, now handle this situation, then put a shield of drama and say, yeah, Baba, I'm going to use drama as my shield, and the shield is going to keep me safe. So I don't have fear, and I don't have impatience, and I will just wait and see the scene in the world changing slowly. Did you see that? So that's the shield. So it saves me from a situation just for a while. Remember? And when that situation goes, I remove the shield and I start working again in my life. I don't just sit there with a shield on a battlefield and say, yes, I'm a warrior. I'm not. I'm a warrior with my own powers and ability, but I just use the shield when it gets too much in life.
So wouldn't that be applying the power of withdrawal?
You can put that withdrawal, but sometimes even power of withdrawal has its limitations, and then you feel very suffocated when you're withdrawn, So when you get that level, then you use the shield. It's very beautiful, I'm telling you. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I use this is not theory. I use this in my day-to-day life.
And another question, Sister, could you just please remind us what are the 3 ways to clear the karmic accounts besides meditation?
Yeah.
You said paying for it.
Yeah.
Which might be another discussion.
Yeah, it is a very full discussion, but I'll tell you.
But the 3rd one I didn't pick up.
Yeah. So one is meditation. So naturally, it's a very subtle way of clearing your karmic accounts. So I'm connecting God and I am clearing my accounts from debit to credit, It's removing. So when my credit is accumulated, my debit automatically and naturally reduces. Then going on the field. Going on the field means that is practically clearing your karmic accounts. So instead of somebody, bangs at the back, and you come out of the car and you're screaming and shouting, you just have to say, they will say sorry and will say, yes, I understand, it's way of life, but it's okay. And then whatever practically you need to, if they offer you and say, I will repair it for you, or I will pay from my insurance or whatever, take it, it's fine, not to worry, because then you are clearing 0. But if you then let it go, then again, it's like giving and taking. It's like somebody says, I'll escort with my umbrella to the gate. And then how do you go back? So then say, okay, let me escort you, and let me escort you, so nobody is reaching the destination with one umbrella, you see. So either one will have to keep it. So it's like that. So that's the practical way of clearing the karmic accounts.
Is that what you refer to as paying for it?
Yes, yeah. Because there is more pain than pleasure, And then the 3rd one is clearing with Baba. Baba says that you can write to me, or any instrument. Was it yesterday? Sometimes I read my Murlis or listen to my Murlis that I don't remember where I read, Anyway, so Baba said that when in the Living the Legacy of Love, it was there, that Baba said that when Brahma Baba was there in the physical form, you would go to Brahma Baba and say, Baba, I made this mistake in words, verbal, and say sorry. Then if Brahma Baba is not there, go to your instrument teacher and say, I would like to clear my chant with you. Can you please listen to me? So you're pouring it out. And so it clears very easily. The moment it pours out from you, it clears very easily. So that's verbal. So one is action, one is mind, and one is words.
Thank you, Sister.
Pleasure.
And is it okay to when you come to a stage when you had enough and you just walk away?
Yeah, it's fine. Because rather than standing and looking and talking, it's better to walk away, but not rudely. Yeah, not rudely, with good wishes and pure feelings. Then you just, it's okay,
Yeah.
honestly. Because if you stay there, it's going to multiply. Yeah. So physically also sometimes you just have to silently, but with a lot of good wishes, not ignoring, being rude, not that way. Otherwise it's not going to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Om Shanti.